Hello friends, it's me, Doom, and today we're going to be going after the Flathead Catfish in North Carolina. Now let's really quick take a look at everything we're going to need. We're going to go over here. The first thing first, we're going to need something that can at least hold 20 pounds. 20-pound test line, because otherwise they will snap. They are incredibly strong. Not necessarily the biggest fighters, but they are, well, I mean, huge to begin with. But anyway, my suggested hook size is number 4/0. Number 4/0 would be large enough to get to the big ones. Feel free to go bigger than that, of course. You can go smaller, but I'd suggest you go ahead and just go with that. But the length of line here is right around 70 inches. And the bait we're going with is medium cut bait. Now, all these things work, as well as many other things. However, I've had the best success with medium cut bait. Now, I've only got 9 left there, but I'm going to catch me 9 fish. That being said, with those items, make sure your gear can handle it. Right here, I've got the Phoenix 1410. It can handle up to 22 pounds on line weight, so we're right there at 20. You got the Fat Boy Spin 4000 with the capacity here at 20 to 100. It gives me plenty of play with the amount of line I can have, so that's good. And it's powerful enough to hoist these monsters up. Now, before you head out, remember, because I hardly ever do the license, or else you're just going to waste money on the trip. Remember that license. Now, let's get started, shall we? Our peak hours that we're going to be going for here, you can actually fish for these guys all day. However, they'll be bigger during peak hours. That's when the big catfish come out. That is a universal thing for all catfish, as it turns out, is over here in the evening, they'll be biting much more. Now, let's talk about that spot, shall we? Let's head over here to the Woody Enchantment. You can actually do it from here as well, casting into this area. However, this is my favorite spot. I know everybody's got their own favorite spot, and if your favorite spot is different than my favorite spot, so be it. That's okay. So I'm going to be showing you how to do it from my favorite spot, which is right here. So let's head in, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to do my best to make this a nice, quick tutorial. Good, quick how-to. After you've got everything set up, as previously stated, or however modified you want to make it, it's up to you. What we're going to do is we're going to be casting towards this opposite shore right here. Now, as far as distance goes, there's some algae over here and weeds. We're going to want to cast right in front of that. We're going to let it drift into the position where we want it, which is right around here, as it turns out. They hang out near, like all catfish, they hang out near sedimentary objects, such as broken down cars over there, and wood stuff over there. So let's give this a shot. Now, as far as the retrieve goes, no need for a retrieve here. We're just going to let it drift towards the wood. Now, catfish, typically being bottom feeders at the bottom of a muddy lake, don't really have too much use. Oh, bite there. Too much use for their vision. In fact, they hunt by smell. So the smell of the cut bait is what's bringing them to the hook. Remember, if you're going for catfish, it's got to be stanky. Whether it be dog food or cheese or marshmallows. I know marshmallows aren't stinky above water, but the way that they break off mimics actual underwater smell, so they work well too. If you're doing this on a budget, and I think there we go. Now, these guys don't put up much of a fight, but they can line you out if you're not careful. I don't think this guy is the biggest, but he's coming. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Got a little play there. And of course, they are incredibly slow swimmers. Another thing to know about catfish is they are the bears of the lake. They will eat anything. Not necessarily sure if they're omnivorous, but I know that they are definitely carnivorous at least. And they will eat anything that is put in front of them. And not as exciting as a fight as bass are. There we go. We'll check this guy out. Raw! Ginormous. Let's see. Oh, it's a new record for me. 20.621 pounds. All right. I will keep you. Now, something to note, though. Although these guys are really good for experience, as you can see down there, 137 experience. For a 20-pound fish, only getting 561. Yeah, that's a little underwhelming. But hey, you know, that's no big deal. You'll be able to fill up your keep net fast enough anyway. So now this is a really good activity to do. Let's say you're bass fishing over at my other spot from my other video, which is linked at the top right of the screen right now, hopefully, if I remembered. And you need a little break. This is an excellent second rod situation. Now, I didn't get a bite so early on this time, but there's something to see here, and that is, even though those logs are physical objects as it comes to catching the hook on, the line passes right through them. And I think I actually just got it stuck. It's a little embarrassing. Nope, okay. So, oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Nothing serious. Anyway, so remember, it's okay to let it go as long as it's not going to hit those logs. You might even want to cast a little bit further out than I said, and that'll do it. Let's end this one with a little review. Basically, the key to success here is a 20-pound line, a number 4/0 hook, or larger, or smaller, but you know, just that's what I go with. As you can see, I got a good 20-pounder off that. If you do change it though, I suggest you make it larger. A keep net or a stringer that can hold at least a 20-pound fish, and a rod and reel that can hold the 20-pound line. Those are the keys to success here. That and cut bait. Either medium or large. Don't go with the small. I mean, you can't go with the small, but you want the same results, basically. The larger it is, the better. The larger it is, the larger hook you need, by the way. And finally, remember, cast right about there where I'm at now. No retrieve necessary. Let the current take it towards the logs. And just like with all float casting and float fishing, patience. Patience. So now that we're done with that, questions still remain. For instance, I said I'm going to be entering a competition this next video. It's going to be here on the Nair Heron. The question is, which competition is it going to be? And what all do you need to do to prepare for it? And night fishing, what's that all about? And float fishing, what's that all about? You can find out the answers to those and more on the next episode of VonDOOM Gaming!